Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. Welcome back to the channel. After the Road to Tier 10 series on the EMRS M445, we are back with another full review. This one will be all bells and whistles, including armor profiles, stats and numbers, etc, etc, the whole shebang. And we're kicking off festivities with the Big Daddy, the T110E4 at Himmelsdorf. This review does include two ace games, which is a bit of a first for me in Tier 10, because I do get my aces in Tier 10, but not like a monumental amount. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. And this tank, all the classified as a tank destroyer, I think it has some personality issues. Why is that? It is a tank with a very good gun, as you can see here, has an average of 640 alpha on its AP. The armor profile is pretty much like the T110E5, the E3 and the pattern, typically American, elliptical rounded shape on the hull, the big strip on the front. It has a huge thickly armored gun mantlet with surprisingly weak gun depression for an American tank, but that's because of the big gun. It's got a 155mm gun on it, which also gives it monumental amounts of HE damage, not as much as an FE, but very much useful in finishing off low health targets like this FE. And it is very effective against sides of French heavies, against the size of a Leopard 1. There we go for 1001. He had hopes of finishing off the T57 heavy, but two shots combined of me and the T57 heavy finished him off properly. So in a way, this tank is can be compared more, I think, against this little bugger over here, the E100, than the other tank destroyers at Tier 10. I'm going to show you that in the stats and numbers. I'm going to show you that in the gameplay. I'm going to show you that in the whole review. Like I said, it's an American tank, so it is American as well in terms of the gun handling in a way, because this shot, it didn't even bounce on the IS-7, it hit into the ground. You will hit shots, yeah, typically American. They control you a bit at range where you would never expect to hit them, and you can have shots where you will think they will connect, no problem whatsoever, and then they don't. We bounce a shot on the T57 over here, and that's a bit annoying, but he's on 800 something hit points left and now on 91, so we can finish him off with HE. But just before we can move in, the kill is taken by our T57 heavy, which is okay. We're going to win this one anyway. We're going to shoot the IS over here. That one hits on his tracks just on the lower part of the hull, not penetrating him, unfortunately, giving us 2 kills, but we had captured the base already in the beginning, and that means you do get an ace in new premises, 4.6k damage. And yeah, to be honest, bit of a cakewalk ace this one. Wasn't even trying hard, but getting 950 on the side of an AMX 50B and 1k damage on the side of a Leopard 1. That's all well and good. So yeah, let's hop onto Tank Compare on blitzstars.com and compare the tank to other tanks, which is, of course, the nature and the purpose of Tank Compare. As you can see here, in terms of gun handling, alpha damage 640 as the E3, as the Foch 155, the GRU, and the 268. Some of the tanks do it a lot better, some of the tanks do it a lot worse. In terms of weapon handling, it isn't a very good tank, except for one thing. It has a turret. It hasn't a fully rotatable turret. It turns 180 to the left, 180 to the right, but that's far better than even the FV215B 183. In terms of mobility, the Foch, the GRU, the Epic 268, the 263 are better, as you can see. But in terms of the armor profile, this one has a functional armor profile, and that has led me to believe or state that this is a tank with personality issues. In the way that this one can move around on the battlefield, it moves around more like a heavy, and if you use the calibrated shells instead of the rammer, you do get a whopping 310 on AP, and 310 of AP penetration gives you more than enough penetrating power to go through the fronts of an E100. And that's a very good thing. Size of other tanks, you can see no problem whatsoever. And you do have to be quick on your switching of ammunition as well. The fact that the ammo selector can stay open is a really good gift for tanks like this, because you can wreck the day of French heavies, Badger, of a Leopard. Look at this, back of an AMX 5120. There we go, the top of a grill. Switch to HE, gun shield, aim 962. Thank you very much. We are rolling in, finishing off a PTA 959, no problem whatsoever. So having that ammo selector open is one key thing in driving the T110E4. If you take a look at the armor profile, all of the armor is in the front. Weak spots on the cupola, on the lower plate, on the cheeks, even gun mallet itself. Turret side, you can see the gun. If it depresses at 6 degrees, the breech block would just hit the turret top, the turret roof. So yeah, it can't go down as much as I would want to. And you can see also from that perspective the size of the tank, it's weak. Everything will go through. So drive the tank like this with the gun just in line on the inner edge of your track guards. And if you want to poke out, don't do this too often. But if you have to, it is possible to do this at 180 degrees. But remember, your sides are completely open, so try to stay behind dead tanks, whatever, as much as possible. But this is your way of driving the tank. At first wiggle a bit, hide that cupola, it becomes an autobones on the utmost top, and like I said, at range it's going to be a hard target to hit if you wiggle it around a bit. Then again, it's not a sniper tank, but all in all I've decided to run my E4 with this setup at the moment. You can see the consumables here, double repairs and adrenaline, just to be able to get a bit of a third extra shot in if I get rushed. Improved fuel and double rations, which are needed in my opinion to improve the gun handling. Ammunition wise, you can see it's adding to the rate of fire a bit, so I can negate the rammer. Ammunition wise, 7.7 on APCR and HE and 13 on the AP. And in terms of equipment, I have this setup at the moment, which is working wonders for me. Calibrated shells, 310, 394 pan, improved modules, improved optics. I have the gun laying drive, which is needed. I have improved assembly, giving me more hit points, and improved control for traverse. And the next one will be this one, the vertical stabilizers, bringing the aim time down to 4.3 seconds. Righty, 2 more games left in the Big Daddy. And this one is going to be a dead drill, and the first bit of the game, I do agree, it's a bit boring. But another part of this tank is in the what is it now? In the positioning. It's not a sniper like the grill. It hasn't got the really big fear factor that the Jagdpanzer E100 has. It hasn't got that brilliant DPM and really excellent gun of the Object 263, the YOLO wagon. But like I said, it can go hull down. It has a turret. So there's a very nice position over here on that rail, just above the A-cap, where you can sit, drive back, turn around, overwatch what's happening on the field, and then decide which targets you will engage. And we have captured A and B, and we're going to lose our first tank very quickly because he's rolling into a lot of red guns. But he is going to be our first shot of the game on the back of an E100. We shoot him, we drive back into cover. A bit of a low roll, only 609. But you can already see from that shell trace that people are trying to shoot us, but we have a nice rock in front of us. So we're well and truly covered. And there's Jagdpanzer E100 over there. Let's see if we can shoot an STB. No, not available. AMX 5120. You can see he panics. There's another shell burst over there to try to shoot us, but we've already managed to dunk 2 640 Alpha shots into the red team with no hits taken in return. And you can see what I'm doing here. I'm driving around constantly in and out of sniper mode, and I'm only popping out now once I'm reloaded. We missed a shot on an STB. That's unfortunate. Would have loved to hit him, but yeah, it didn't materialize. PTA over there, STB is, he's not behind the building, which I expected. But he's making a mistake over here. We can shoot him for 61. And we take 2 shots in return for that, but the trade-off is good, and we've managed to land 3 shots into the enemy already. And yeah, for only the loss of 2 shots from mediums into us, 586 on the side of the Jagdpanzer E100. You can see I'm turning my turret into the direction of those mediums. The Jagdpanzer is going to shoot me. He's probably busy with the IS-8 as he was there. There's a PTA still over there, there's an E50 over there. Reds are making a key mistake here. They had 2 bases and they're trying to take tanks out. And I can whack a big shot into that E50. There we go, turn my turret just slightly, catch a shot on the mantlet from the T54. Thank you very much, you haven't got the big gun yet. There's that E100 still, he's behind the building, I know he will pop up over there. There we go, into you, and he gets shot again, 582, leaves him at 47 hit points. And this is one of the other things you have to do in the E4. Position, position, position. It's like a real estate agency, and as Sheldon would say it in the Big Bang Theory, toilet, visitation, location, location, location. Then again, we are winning this one fairly comfortably. Saving my shot over here. Would be tempting to try to shoot this STB, but that would be a very slim shot. So I wait just 2-3 seconds and whack 640 Alpha into the back of a T54 who's on 513. And that means we win this one very easily. So yeah, take your time in the E4 in the Big Daddy, even if it has a good armor profile on the front, even if it has that 640 Alpha gun at 155mm with 310 penetration, whacking through, yeah, just basically anybody. If you're uncareful with your shots and you don't save them in a way, then you will get hammered pretty quick, because you don't really have the mobility to work this one around. 5k damage on that, rail supremacy, high caliber. Nice enough game. Also allowing my team to work around me. Lovely, lovely job by the PTA, by the way. 4 kills for just above 700 damage. But we've won the game, so it's all well and good. We're going to go for the last one, back again to WoT Himmelsdorf. And yeah, this game has a little bit of everything, I think. Good big shots, capping bases, teammates that make some decisions where I'm left scratching my head thinking, why? Because yeah, this E50M is going into the B cap, which is good. I could have captured this myself and then he could have been on A, which would be better. But the first thing that my team does, first thing, 2 of them actually are strange. One, some of the mediums are going into Banana Row. That FV is over here and he's back on 38 hit points now. He managed to land a whopping 1 shot into that Jagdpanzer E100. I'm spotted. And I can see there is an IS-7 over there, Battle Hardened, there is an FV over there, and a Jagdpanzer E100. They are not spotted, so I don't really want to push in yet. There's the Jagdpanzer. Our Leopard has gone to Banana Road. The EMRS 50B is on Banana Road. He's going down, so that means we have to push. Leopard, why are you going there? Why are you not on the flank? There's an FV over here, there's a Jagdpanzer E100 over here. We really need you over here. But hey ho. It is what it is. This is what you have to deal with, so let's try to deal with it. One of the key things, like I said, the E4, it has a turret. And the turret is very lovely, because that allows me to shoot the Jagdpanzer E100 into the side without needing to drive around the corner, turn my gun onto him, shoot, and then reverse back around the corner. I could just simply reverse. Our Leopard is going down because he shot the Jagdpanzer once and then tried to shoot him again. But we have 2 bases, we are ahead in points, it's 1-on-1, so yeah, all well and good at the moment. It's 1-on-4 at the moment. Team, how? I mean, honestly, how? FV is still around the B cap, being all alone. He finishes off our AMX 50B, which is good, but he gets taken out as well. So that means we have to clear it up from a 2-on-5, and we have 2 bases. Bit of a low roll on the FV 215B 183, which is annoying, but the E50M can finish him off. We can now capture base D. Reds are capturing B, and ladies and gentlemen of Tankers of Blitz Universe, did I mention HE yet? Kaboom! 1016 on the Leopard 1. He was feeling very brave together with the T-54E1 trying to take me out, probably, but now he's on 166 hit points in dire distress and he gets taken out by the E50M. And E50, you should have pushed through. You should have pushed through now. You should have pushed through onto the T-54E1, but you're backing down into the D-cap. And you're letting yourself get isolated on that IS-7 and that IS-8. Why am I charging it on his 54E1? Because he's an autoloader. He has the possibility to finish me off, to finish that E50M off. So I want him in here. I whack the front into him. 123 hit points from the ramp. And ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. Did I mention HE yet? Boom! 905. We finished them off. We're taking it back. And can we win this one? No. The E50M is going down, that's annoying. I would have wanted to get one more shot into any of those tanks, either of them, and then lose my companion. But you can see front, bounce, drive back, bounce, lovely. That's what you can do on that frontal on the turret. And if we now get a really big roll on the IS-8, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, where are you? Let me shoot you, thank you. Again, slightly low roll, 513, and I've taken way too many damage in that small encounter. That one goes through my lower plate, as you can see. That one goes through the side of the turret, or maybe the tracks. We do finish up this IS-8, but I'm at 21 hit points left, and unless I'm very lucky, lovely little small star scrape. Unless I'm very lucky with an engine fire or something, I will probably lose this game, and yeah. You would have guessed it already. This one RNG plus teammates are screwing with me. I lost this game, pressed adrenaline maybe just a bit too late, and I needed 0.9 seconds to reload, and then I would have finished off the IS-7. And irony will have it that 0.9 seconds is the reload you lose when you fit calibrated shells instead of a ram. So yeah. It happens. 6k damage, mastery, high caliber. But like I said, this game had it all. I hope you've enjoyed the review, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. If you're not a subscriber to the channel yet, please do so. Tell your friends, family, help us reach 5k subscribers. Cheers now, happy tanking.